World War I, also known as the Great War, began in 1914 and ended in 1918. The causes of the war were complex and involved many countries. One of the main causes was the competition for power and territory in Europe. Countries like Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy formed alliances to protect themselves. On the other side, France, Russia and the United Kingdom also created alliances. Nationalism was another cause, as people wanted to prove their nation was the best. Economic competition also played a role, with countries vying for control over resources and markets. The arms race was another cause, with countries building large armies and navies. They believed that having a strong military would deter enemies, but it only made the situation more dangerous. All these factors created a volatile environment in Europe. The stage was set for a conflict that would engulf the world. The intricate web of alliances and rivalries made war almost inevitable. The spark that ignited World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. On June 28, 1914, he was killed in Sarajevo by Gavrilo Princip, a member of a Serbian nationalist group. This event led Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia. The network of alliances quickly brought other countries into the conflict. Russia mobilized to support Serbia, and Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia. France, allied with Russia, found itself at war with Germany and Austria-Hungary. The United Kingdom entered the war when Germany invaded Belgium. The assassination highlighted the deep-seated tensions in Europe. Nationalist and ethnic conflicts were widespread. The death of the Archduke was a catalyst, but the underlying causes had been building for years. Once the war started, it quickly escalated beyond the control of any single nation. The assassination was the final trigger in a series of events that led to a devastating global conflict. The alliance system in Europe was a major factor in the escalation of World War I. Two main alliances existed, the Triple Entente and the Triple Alliance. The Triple Entente included France, Russia and the United Kingdom. The Triple Alliance consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy. These alliances were meant to provide security and deter aggression. However, they also meant that a conflict involving one country could quickly involve others. When Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, the alliance system brought many nations into the conflict. Germany supported Austria-Hungary, while Russia supported Serbia. The alliances created a complex web of commitments. Countries were bound to support their allies, even if it meant going to war. This made it difficult for any single nation to back down without losing credibility. The system of alliances turned a regional conflict into a world war. The Western Front was the main theatre of war during World War I. It stretched from the North Sea to the Swiss border. Characterized by trench warfare, soldiers fought from deep trenches. This led to a stalemate, with neither side gaining significant ground. Trench warfare was brutal and deadly. Soldiers faced constant threats from enemy fire, disease and harsh conditions. Significant battles included the Marne, Verdun and the Somme. Section 5. Major battles. The Battle of the Marne. The Battle of the Marne was a crucial battle in World War I. It took place in September 1914 near the Marne River in France. The battle was fought between the German and Allied forces, including France and the United Kingdom. The German army had advanced through Belgium and into France, aiming to capture Paris. The Allies launched a counterattack to stop the German advance. The battle was intense, with heavy casualties on both sides. However, the Allies managed to halt the German advance and push them back. The Battle of the Marne marked the end of Germany's rapid advance into France. It also prevented the fall of Paris, which would have been a major blow to the Allies. The battle set the stage for the trench warfare that would dominate the Western Front. The outcome of the Battle of the Marne had a lasting impact on the war. It showed that the war would not be a quick victory for either side. Section 6. Major Battles, the Battle of Verdun. The Battle of Verdun was one of the longest and most devastating battles of World War I. It took place from February to December 1916 near the town of Verdun in France. The battle was fought between the German and French armies. It became a symbol of French determination and resilience. The German strategy was to bleed France white by inflicting heavy casualties. They aimed to capture Verdun, a town with historical and strategic significance. The French army was determined to defend Verdun at all costs. The battle turned into a grueling war of attrition. The conditions at Verdun were horrific, with constant artillery bombardments, machine gun fire and gas attacks. Both sides suffered immense losses, with hundreds of thousands of casualties. The Battle of Verdun had a profound impact on the war, draining the resources and morale of both the German and French armies. Verdun became a symbol of national resistance and sacrifice. Section 7. Major Battles, the Battle of the Somme. The Battle of the Somme was another significant and deadly battle of World War I. It took place from July to November 1916 along the Somme River in France. The battle was fought between the British and French armies against the German army. The Allies launched the Battle of the Somme to relieve pressure on the French at Verdun and to break through German lines. The battle began with a massive artillery bombardment, followed by an infantry assault. However, the German defences were strong, and the initial attack resulted in heavy Allied casualties. The battle continued for several months, with both sides suffering enormous losses. The use of new weapons, such as tanks, was introduced during the battle. Despite the heavy casualties, the Allies made some territorial gains. The Battle of the Somme highlighted the horrors of trench warfare and the difficulty of breaking through entrenched positions. It was a grim reminder of the brutality and futility of war. Section 8. The Eastern Front and the Russian Revolution. While the Western Front is often the focus of World War I history, the Eastern Front was also significant. The Eastern Front stretched from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. It involved major battles between Germany, Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire against Russia and its allies. The Eastern Front was marked by vast movements of troops and large-scale battles. Unlike the trench warfare of the Western Front, the Eastern Front saw more fluid and dynamic combat. The Russian army initially had some successes but faced severe challenges, including poor leadership and logistical problems. The strain of the war led to social and political unrest in Russia. In 1917, the Russian Revolution took place, leading to the overthrow of the Tsar and the establishment of a communist government. The new Bolshevik government signed the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Germany, pulling Russia out of the war. The revolution changed the course of Russian history and had lasting effects on global politics. Section 9. The United States enters the war. The entry of the United States into World War I was a turning point. The sinking of the RMS Lusitania by a German submarine in 1915 resulted in American deaths. The Zimmermann telegram proposed a German-Mexican alliance against the United States. In April 1917, the United States declared war on Germany. American troops began arriving in Europe, boosting the Allies. The United States' involvement was crucial in the final offensives that ended the war. Section 10. The Aftermath and Impact of World War I. World War I ended on November 11, 1918, with the signing of the armistice. The war had a profound impact, resulting in millions of deaths. The physical and psychological scars were immense. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 officially ended the war. It imposed harsh penalties on Germany. The treaty sowed seeds of resentment, leading to World War II.